Okay, no clue if this is working because OBS stopped working for me. So I had to uninstall it and reinstall it. I'm just going to check to make sure that the sound is working. It may well be. I don't know yet. Hold on. Will I try to... Okay, so sound works. Hopefully this will work better than before. And it is doing good. Okay, today is Augustus and poetry. So I'm just going to read out, how many pages is it? I think I talked about it. It's like 20 pages? I think that's a bit too much. Yeah, we're just going to get on with it and hopefully get this done, and I will make notes, etc, etc. Hopefully that will work as well. You want music at the end of this? Fine. Let's see if that will actually work. I don't know how to... Okay, hold on. Let me just check if the sound is getting through to you guys. Okay. Okay, yeah, fine, that'll do. I just turn it down slightly for me. Okay, back here we are again. Draw. Pen. That looks like a pencil, but fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, here we are. Augustan poetry and society. This is perhaps the most eventful period of Roman history, witness to civil wars, revolution, and eventually an imposed peace. Republic becomes empire, meanwhile Latin literature produces its great works. Italy produces poets destined to achieve immortality. The present chapter offers a sketch of this extraordinary time. First, 3 divisions within the period. Let's make a list of... What are these 3 divisions? This is quite thick. There we are. The triumviral period begins in 43 BC when the Roman world was put into the hands of Octavian. For the purposes of setting the state in order, Antony was defeated at the Battle of Actium in 31 BC, but the first Augustan period may be said to have begun in 27 BC, when Octavian's imperial role is effectively but discreetly defined, and he himself assumes the name Augustus. Okay, so that looks like a date, so let's just say comes to power. Oh, gains control. Something like that. Augustus is 27 BC. Takes name. Another change is another change is then discernible about 20 BC. Augustus exercises his monarchical power more assertively, and this has a large effect upon literature. The works that will be considered below may now be assumed to these three divisions, although some of the assignations are approximate and some insecure. Into the first, the triumphal period, fall the eclogues, and most of the Georgics of Virgil, the epilogues and satires of Horace. Propertius Book 1 is published at the beginning of the first Augustan period, but much of it may have been composed earlier. Propertius Book 2, Tibullus Book 1 and 2, Horace's Odes 1 to 3, and Virgil's Aeneid are all substantially works of this first Augustan period, though the Aeneid is unfinished at Virgil's death in 19 BC. At the end of it, we can place Horace's Epistles 1 and 2.1 and Propertius 3, and we can detect signs of the atmosphere of the second Augustan period in those works. To this second Augustan period we may then assign Horace's Odes 4, Epistles 2.2, and Ars Poetica, Ovid's Amores straddle the two Augustan periods, while the remainder of his works all belong to the second. No, I don't understand that either. Hold on. The roles of poets. Our period sees the culmination of the process of change in the status of poets and poetry, a change of fundamental importance. Traditionally, let us say in the 2nd century BC, poets, unlike historians, had been of low social status, foreigners or freedmen, for example, and their works and professions were positively revered only in one particular respect: their power to confer lasting fame. Drama was of course valued as entertainment, and dramatists, unlike other poets, were directly paid. But in general, Philistinism towards poetry was endemic. aristocrats with aesthetic taste and education like Scipio Aemilianus were exceptions. Even by the time of Cicero, things have not much changed. Cicero had to tread cautiously in his defense of the poet Archias Prespoxing, I don't know his name. Nor is Cicero himself boundlessly aesthetic. Given a second life, he said he would still not bother to read Greek lyric poets. When upper-class Romans do start to turn their heads to poetry, one gets the impression of amateurs more or less condescending, and others toss off epigrams at the end of the 2nd century, showing an acquaintance with Greek precedents, probably from anthologies, but Catullus, at least, consul in 102 BC, with C. Marius, had better things to do with his serious time. The satirist Lucius is a much more significant figure. His literary florite can be put in the 130s BC. He is rich and of high rank, great enough to be friend and foe of the greatest men of his generation, great enough also to utter his sometimes sacrificing opinions on these great men, as well as on more humble figures in his able and fluent verse. I need something. Hold on. Yes, that's better. His development of the genre of satire is important in the history of Latin literature. So is his assertively autobiographical standpoint. So in particular, it is the importance he accords to the business of writing. Nevertheless, I do not think we have in Lucius an instance of an aristocrat seriously adopting the profession of poet. It was what he said that mattered to him, and clothing his thoughts in a racy patchwork of Greek tags and often colloquial Latin, and disposing all that in a range of meters, he found an eye-catching and ear-catching way of saying what he wanted to say. It was the message that mattered for him. He was the commentator on the contemporary scene rather than an artist, although as an artist he was, incidentally, pretty good. Okay. Okay. If you're bored now, as I am, things aren't going to get better. And that's a promise. In the shift in attitude towards poets and poetry, it is the so-called neoteric movement in the late Republic that is crucial. The group of poets comprising Catullus, Calvus, Cinna, and others. These are men of the provincial or Roman upper class who take the profession of poetry with utmost seriousness. They at least think that it well befits an upper class Roman simply to be a poet. Catullus, of course, we know most about. After a brief brush with active life, he devoted his whole energies to poetry and love. Symptomatic of his poetic professionalism is his interest in and knowledge of the professional poet and scholar of Alexandria, Callimachus. Catullus is probably best known for his love poetry and for his lampoons, but arguably most indicative of him as an artist is certainly as a neoteric are his intricate and highly thought longer poets such as 64, the Peleus and Theltius 68, and his translation of Callimachus 66. But these poems are also indicative of something which went hand in glove, perhaps inevitably, with his interest in the business of poetry, aestheticism, and interest in technique for technique's sake. The tendency was probably more pronounced in in Cinna, his miniature epic Zymerina took 9 years to write and attached a scholarly sentiment commentary in the next generation. Our period sees the shift in attitudes towards poets and poetry. Not only can poetry now appear a more reputable occupation for Romans of good class, poets relinquish aestheticism, engaging themselves with society, discover or profess commitment, or have to defend non-commitment. In short, the classical Greek view of poetry is again in play. It is the work of an important people and may serve the citizens of the state in a moral or educative fashion. Virgil and his poetry will be glanced at below and discussed in another chapter. One of the elegiac poems, the term refers to their meter and does not have a mournful overtones of the English elegy. Tibullus is a knight well off in Horace's eyes, though less so in his own. Ovid and Propertius were knights, and Propertius had relation of senatorial rank and friends of consular standing. The attitude of these poets towards society will be discussed below. Horace is less grand than the others. He is the son of a freedman, but a freedman with enough cash to put him through the equivalent of a university education at Athens. Eventually, Horace gained the status of a kind of poet. He not only performs with some intermission the function of moral and educative poet, he expresses it in theory. Okay, we're getting into more what I seem familiar. Given the given that poets were traditionally of lower social status, and given that no system of royalties or the like exist in the Roman world, except for dramatists, how did poets live? The answer is basically patronage. I need to make a note of that. Just Patreon. Yes. Okay, anyway, continue. Poets attached themselves to or were collected by wealthy Roman aristocrats. The great epic poet Aeneas, for example, was patronized by, among others, Flavius Nobilior, and a catalogue of other poets could be adduced to who wrote epics celebrating aristocratic generals and thereby gained their subsistence. Poets filled into the general Roman client patron system, whereby great men were attended, cultivated, and in humble matters assisted by the humble, and in return bestowed their bounty and their protection. Even in the early days there was a difference between poet clients and ordinary clients, for what the patron got from the poet was something that was rather more estimable than that which other clients could offer. The perpetuation of their fame and glory, more than that, memoria sempitera, being remembered forever, was the way in which many Romans, including Cicero, viewed how they might live after death. So what a poet might offer was in fact a chance of immortality. This is the keynote of Cicero's defense of Archias mentioned above. Archias had provided immortality for people of significance, through them for the Roman people. This aspect of the poet's function in Rome is a vital one, continuing into our period. Fuck. I haven't written anything yet. Okay, continuing. As the status of poet changes, so does the nature of the patronage. Catullus, whose family is friendly with Julius Caesar, and soon to become senatorial, has no economic need of a patron, and does not have one. His circle is a coritine, a grouping of equals, and is addressed to... Sorry. What? I did... Okay. What? I said groupings and Google woke up. But anyway. A grouping of equals, and is addressed to Cornelius Nepos in his first poem, is to be construed as a friendly or polite jester, no more. Similarly, Propertius in his first book, but patronage does not persist, even among the socially enhanced poets of the Augustan period. The circle of the great orator, soldier, and statesman M. Valerius Messala, consul with Octavian in 31 BC, is indicative, prohibiting both continuity and change. There are in fact points of resemblance between his circle and a correte such as that of Catullus. These sentences could have been written so much better and so much Basically what they're saying is poets were of lower classes, freedmen, or the sons of freedmen, or they were, what else was the other thing? Or they might have been foreigners, so they were looked down upon in society, and the only way that they could have made money is if somebody sponsored them, or paid them, a bit like Patreon that YouTubers use. In exchange for cash, a place to stay, some land maybe, and some other nice treats, the poet would write poets for the person who's paying for them. But it wasn't like a salary or something like that. It was just, here you go, and over the course of their life the poets would write and write and write. It shows the immense amount of power these people, these aristocrats had, given that you can just hire a human, well, not hire, but you know what I mean, and I will give you a house, I will give you a place to stay, I will give you food, I will give you money. In exchange, you write poems for me, and other stuff, similar to that. The circle of the great I've read that bit. Pliny tells us that Messala interested himself in the writing of erotic versicles, and we can observe him surrounded by other love poets and poetistas, who include his aristocratic niece, Sulpicia. On the other hand, if the author of the Panegyricus Messalae in the Tibulan corpus belonging to the circle, and is talking of our Messala, as is likely, then here is continuity in the role of the poet as a client. The client poet immortalizes the great man, but it is in relation to the elegist Tibullus to Messala that is most interesting. Although Tibullus is vastly the social inferior of the noble Messala, he is a knight. It does not reflect the change in status of the poet, and yet his relationship to Messala resembles one of client and patron. He writes poems that, while not being technically Panegyric, devotes themselves to the celebration of Messala and his family, and scatters his other poems with laudatory allusions. The phenomenon is of course observable in the circle of Messianas and elsewhere. So we ask ourselves, to what extent is this literary patronage like the old kind? What are both parties now getting out of it? You can tell I'm dyslexic by the way that I read, can't you? Well, here comes a good bit. Some basic points can be inferred. Ovid, who was patronized early in his career by Messala, is informative. These upper-class poets were not dependent economically in the way that their predecessors had been, though more on this later. What then obtained was the encouragement of a great man, usually himself a literatior, the cachet of being associated with a well-known group of poets. Access to such like-minded people, they would meet, and some would even live in the great man's house. And perhaps above all, publicity, although at this time literature is intensely literal, written ultimately to be read and propagated in text. An initial and important mode of communication is oral. Various kinds of readings, private readings among the poets, semi-public and public recitations, formal public This was the scene in which a poet might make his name, and the chance to recite to an audience organized by a great patron was crucial. Important to the rising poet, Horace deplored both the institution of recitation and the fact that fame occurred thereby. Not deploring it did not remove it, and even Horace himself recited. For the patron, he had the natural satisfaction that such patronage brings, and he had too his chance of peace, of immortality, and in the circle of Maecenas, something else was happening. Okay, this is where we get to the bit where Horace is fighting against Augustus, realizes he's losing in the civil wars, and suddenly decides, actually, I'm going to change sides and write poetry for Augustus because he's suddenly so great and powerful, and please don't kill me. Or his family. In the first Augustan period, Maecenas is the Augustan patron meditating between poets and principates. We can identify very important points of the difference between his circle and, say, Marcellus. First, Augustus naturally wanted his heroic deeds enshrined in an epic, his piece of immortality. The trouble was that Maecenas' poets, Virgil, Horace, and subsequently Propertius, had to a varying extent scruples, morals, and literacy. The accommodation Tibullus could include celebrations of Messala and his military exploits amongst his elegies in price of love and peace. Not so Propertius. Besides, he was not an epic poet, nor was Horace. Neither, to begin with, was Virgil. This presented a problem that these men were not old-style client poets to be booted into a genre, but Augustus was, to put it mildly, quite powerful at the time. How does one deal with, on the one hand, upper-class poets with scruples, and on the other, an emperor who wants an epic? The answer is that one is diplomatic, one meditate, one explains, and it is greatly to Maecenas' credit that his poets had the freedom for a time to decline in positions or fulfill them into their own individual way, as will be illustrated below. Besides the moral and artistic sensitivity of his poets, Maecenas' circle was different from others in order and crucial respects. First and simply, the scale was on offer. The scale of what was on offer. These poets were not humble paupers, but Horace at least needed a living, and all had lost property in the land confiscated of the triumviral period. What Maecenas and Augustus bestowed on Horace and Virgil was vast, particularly it seems in Virgil's case. Okay, what they should have written here was particularly in Virgil's case, but they wrote particularly it seems in Virgil's case. Just make it shorter, make it clear. You're not fine. You can write that if it's an audiobook, I suppose, and something like that. But unnecessary words, unnecessary. Basically, okay. What Maecenas and Augustus bestowed on Horace and Virgil was vast, particularly in Virgil's case, enabling them to live in a very comfortable leisure in town or country. A certain moral presence must therefore have been felt by these morally sensitive artists. Secondly, the task towards which they were being pursued was not just to immortalize the heroic deeds of the greatest general. It was something unique to the circle of Maecenas, reflecting the unique nature of his and later Augustus' patronage. Augustus and the state were effectively synonymous. To be in his patronage, directly or indirectly, was to be in the patronage of the government, and there was a pressure to publicize the government's policies and to burnish its image. This task could be seen as ambitious, but it could also have been seen as challenging responsibility, and with varying degrees of enthusiasm and directness, these scrupulous poets tackled it. The nature of patronage in the imperial circles changes with the Second Augustan period. Excuse me. I'm going to be so pissed off if the sound isn't working and you can't actually hear me. God. The nature of the patronage in the imperial circle changes with the Second Augustan period. Indeed, in this change may be seen to be part cause of the second period arising. The sophisticated Maecenas, for reasons that cannot be defined in certainty, fades in importance, and the poets come under the direct patronage of the emperor. His hand was heavier, and it was becoming increasingly so. Political life around 20 BC reveals a more confidently autocratic ruler. Witness, for instance, the marriage laws of 18 BC. The poetry, lacking the meditation of Maecenas, must also respond to this touch. The fourth book of Odes is elicited, and now it shows a picture of the upper someone ploughing and sowing, and the lower growing fruit. Okay. For example, containing what he had largely avoided in recent years, panegyric, the educator of citizens becomes the court poet, but he has always ways of striking back. Virgil. Against this background, I shall now outline the careers of the individual poets. Virgil's place in the picture must be banted, but with all brevity, since a separate chapter 9 is devoted to him. His eclogues, written in the triumviral period, show him ambivalent between the... I know these words, I just can't get them out. Asceticism of the Neoterics and a emerging sense of commitment, elegant imaginations and theoretic pastoral glances at the mysteries caused by land confiscations. While writing the eclogues, Virgil is not in the patronage of Maecenas. While writing the is it G or is it J? It's G. Geeks he is, and the it's a Latin word, leave me alone. Instigated or at least encouraged by Maecenas, show that Maecenas was not immediately concerned to elicit material that directly or crudely served Octavian, but the poet is to a great degree a moral didact, since the potential, if rather indefinite, use to a ruler, and it shows Virgil's strengthening sense of his committed poetic role. And it also demonstrates an attitude towards country life, an attitude which can be parallel. Unlike Catullus and say, fuck you, bitch. Sorry, this is just an idiot wrote this book. A person who doesn't know how to form sentences. And I know you might look, 2 minutes ago you didn't say this sentence correctly. Yes, I know, but I'm doing it sort of freehand in a way. The things I'm reading have been written down thousands of times, well, maybe not thousands, but certainly hundreds of times, and has been reviewed and looked at several times in accordance with making sure that this fits, and it's been looked at by Oxford University Press and all the editors and all that sort of shit, and these are the sentences they saw. Yes, this makes sense. Make them better. This is stupid. Virgil loves and esteems rustic life, but whereas the dominating reality of contemporary agriculture was large slave-run estates, Virgil esteems the small independent farmer and exploits his way of life as a metaphor for morality. The simple point I want to stress is that in spite of the prevalence of great ranchers such as small farmers were still around, evidence testifies to their minority. Evidence testifies to their minor existence, and the policy of settling soldiers on confiscated property might, if it was successful, and it probably was not, have increased their numbers. So Virgil's affectionate view of the country is, we might say, old-fashioned, blinkered, even slightly romantic, but it is not a mere fiction, poet convention. I said above that no immediate pressure was being exerted by Maecenas for a poem directly to serve Octavian, but both he and Virgil would know that the great man would want his exploits celebrated in epic, and that is what Virgil seems to promise at the beginning of Glorious 3. In fact, in a sophisticated atmosphere of the first Augustan period, he developed an indirect mythical mode, which fruit was the Aeneid, and the emperor was perhaps rather surprisingly well pleased. The next bit's going to be on Horace. Kill me now. In the triumviral period, Horace writes his epodes in archaeological iambi, Latin word, and his satires. His development of Lucretius genre, we can still discern vestiges of republican libertarianism and non-alignment in them. Epilogues 7 and 16 consider with neutral despair the imminence of civil war. Other epilogues are vicious attacks in Archeolian vein. Some satires too attack personages, but in general Horace's satires are more general than those of Lucretius, and neither epodes nor the satires assail men of eminence. Horace had not the protection of rank, and besides, the triumphal period was a despotic one, with the added complication that one could not be sure which despot would come out on top. This is, however, also the period in which Maecenas gathers Horace into his circle, and Horace is induced to commit himself enthusiastically to Octavian. In Epilogue 9 is a celebration of the victory of Actium, and Epode 1 addressed to Maecenas this stupid fucking sentences. Basically, what he's trying to say is, in Epode 1, Maecenas is portrayed. In Epode 1, Horace writes about Maecenas in such a way that it clearly illustrates that one is a patron of the other. Because if you remember, Horace lost that battle quite badly. Well, Horace was a soldier, but, Antony, who was the other side, lost. Anyway. Satire 2.6 records with great gratitude the gifts of the famous Sabine estate, and Satire 1.1 is also addressed to Maecenas. On the other hand, Horace is careful about himself and his image in his patronized position. In Satire 1.9 and in 1.6, the poem in which he describes his acceptance to Maecenas' circle is careful to define that acceptance as an honourable process based on merit, and the circle as one of like-minded men free from the debassing procedures which characterize many client-patron groupings. Indeed, he termed himself the friend of Maecenas, although the language of amiciticaia was conventionally used between clients and patrons, and it would be quite clear who was the grand amicus and who was not. There is much evidence that Horace generally was friendly in the full sense of the word with Maecenas, and even with Augustus. Indeed, he was familiar enough with both to allude in Epode 14 to an erotic liaison on the great man's part with an actor, Bathyllus. In Odes 1-3 belonging to his first Augustan period, Horace assumes the role of a Roman Achilles. There's just page of text, and it just took me back. There must be a different way for me to get through this. I think what I'll probably do is just scan it into my computer and have the computer read it to me, because actually, to be fair, how many pages have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. How many more do we have to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. So I'm about a third of the way there. I think I'm gonna stop right there. I don't have a freaking clue what's going on. Well, I do slightly. It's just that this text is super unhelpful. I need to... Hold on. Okay, my question will be... How is Octavian / Augustus seen in, or should be depicted, in contemporary literature, poems, literature. What day is it today? Okay. People are still here? People, go to bed. Why do I have 2 likes today? I mean, I'm grateful, don't get me wrong. But what was I doing the other day? Was it the games? I must have been something else. I don't know. Because I'm... this is probably not the best way to end a video. I've got a little bit more time until my bedtime. Let's do something fun. Oh yeah, today when I went to the shops, I was sort of feeling a little down, and I was thinking about what I was going to do in later years and such. And I was thinking about life and growing up and stuff like that. And I sort of got to the shops. I parked. I was going to walk, but it was raining. And there were like groups of kids, and I couldn't help but think there's such a big difference in the way that I look and older people look and how they look. But at the same time, on the inside, I felt like I was still that young. And I couldn't help but thinking that that's what the aging process is. Even though you look at people who look like, 50, 60, 70 years old, on the inside, we're all the same. And then I got into the shop, thinking how old I must appear and how freaky it must be for me to, or how uncomfortable it might be for other people at university to see someone like me, because I'm so much older than the average student, and given that I'm going to probably be sharing flat next year with people who are 5 years younger than me, it's going to be very uncomfortable for them, because of course I look so much older, is what I thought, until I got to the checkout and I was buying Red Bull and they had to ID check me, because apparently they even told me this, I looked 16, which is, that implies that I was born in 2005. What the frick? And it might have been because I was wearing my mask, but yeah, I thought that was quite funny. And then at that point I stopped thinking about my age and my age in relation to other people, because it's such a fucking waste of time. Just do what you want, and it doesn't matter how old you are, just do whatever you want, as long as it's in line with the law, I suppose. Anyway, shall I do a quiz? Shall I do something else? Hold on. Also, I've applied for a job, and I think I'm a... actually, I won't say it, because just in case I don't actually make it through the process quiz. I know it's... I must be the only one to share my internet history so blatantly. Other people, I imagine, are just scared. Go here. Let's have a quiz. Is there something more UK based? County flags. Let's go to individual countries. UK. Physical features. Cities difficult version. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay, Swansea. Easy. Nottingham. Hull. Carlisle. Okay. Things have just gone to shit quite quickly. I know these two. I don't know what that is. No, that's Edinburgh, so that's Glasgow. No, that's Perth. What's that? Okay, Portsmouth. That. Brighton. Sheffield. York is that York? Yes. London. Canterbury. No, that's Bristol. I think that's Oxford. Is that Canterbury? Yes, that's Canterbury. Okay. Cardiff. Aberdeen? No, that's Inverness, so that must be Aberdeen. Belfast. Liverpool. Plymouth, Bristol, Manchester, Inverness, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Leeds, Dundee is that's Stirling, so that must be Dundee. Cambridge, Oxford, would like to go to Oxford. Perth is that's Birmingham. But there's nothing else. That's Perth. Oh, I thought that was Stirling. My mistake. And Birmingham. 81%. That's pretty okay, I guess. It's what is that? A first? Yes, a first. Is there anything else in UK? Boroughs? No. Let's do flags. Yeah, let's just do the entire all of, Germany is that one. Ukraine is okay. Is it this one? Yes, Albania. Albania. This one? No, that's Lithuania. This one? No, that's Romania. This one? This one? This one? Let's go with this one. No, okay. Cyprus is the easiest one. Romania we saw was this. Kosovo. Kosovo. Is it this one? No, that's Serbia. Moldova. Okay, that's Kosovo. San Marino. It's Bulgaria. That's Russia. This one? Latvia. That one? No, okay. I'd never look at this side for some reason. Anyway. Poland. Oh dear. Is it that? No, that's Monaco. That's Poland. Ireland. Slovakia. That's Montenegro. Belarus. Okay, it's that. Denmark. Vatican City. Oh, I just saw this. Slovenia. Luxembourg. No. Russia. Italy. Hungary. Monaco, I just clicked on an accident here. Latvia? No, that's Lithuania. Latvia? Austria, I haven't clicked on Austria yet. Croatia? Shit. Spain. Belgium. Iceland. What's up? Do countries of the world. Okay, we'll try that in a second as soon as I find Iceland. Okay, Portugal, Malta, I just clicked on it. Is it this? No, this? Yes. Estonia. Estonia's flag is really good. If Finland, Andorra, Lithuania, Liechtenstein, Serbia, Montenegro, Norway, Belarus, no, that's Bulgaria, frick, North Macedonia, Czechia, that one? No, it's this one, yes. Bosnia and Herzegovina, France, Sweden, Switzerland, Greece, Moldova, United Kingdom, Bulgaria. That was atrocious. That was so shit. That was terrible. Okay, let's do, can we do the world? World. Not the flags, maybe. Geography, large countries. Okay. Kazakhstan, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Iraq. No, hold on. Yeah, that's Iraq. Ethiopia. Shit, I don't know where. I don't know. That's Sudan. That's okay. Australia, Mozambique, Finland, United States, Germany, Pakistan, China, Zimbabwe is no, yes, Zambia, I got no chance. Sudan, Russia, Central African Republic. Please be in the center. Yes. Iran, Cameroon, Bolivia, Bolivia, yes. Chad, Morocco, Mali. I don't freaking know. Mali. TikTok. This one? This one? This one? Yes. Mexico. Mauritania. I don't know. The biggest country that I don't know even existed. This could be anywhere. I genuinely don't know. Oh, that's part of France, yes. Okay. South Africa, Peru, Ukraine, Libya is this, Sweden, Angola. Is that Angola or yes? It's no, that's Mongolia. Angola. This. That that's part of India. This is not. That's something else. This no. Okay, frick. I wasn't even in the right country. continent. Afghanistan is there. Canada, Botswana, I didn't know Botswana was that far south. Turkey, Kenya, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Nigeria, India, Thailand is this, Egypt, Venezuela, Myanmar, Denmark, Algeria, Niger, France, Namibia, Poland, Somalia, Norway, Indonesia, Brazil, Spain, Mongolia, Colombia, Tanzania. 76, that's a first. That's not great, but it's not too bad. Okay. I was going to move on to do something, play something else, but one more. Let's go to British, and let's go to physical features. Yeah, let's see what these are. Click on Tyne. Well, that's the Thames. Tyne is one of these, or it could be this. Yeah. Anglesey. This? No, that's the Severn. This? That's the Trent. Oh yeah, okay, this. No, it's that. Okay, my mistake. Thames. And then this is that one? No, this one. That's the Clyde. Okay, Mersey is this. 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 Okay. The North Sea. Alright, okay. Shannon is this. Jersey is this. No, that's Guernsey. Jersey. The Severn. The Shetland. No, those are Orkneys. Shetland. Snowdonia. Orkney. The Lake District. The Isle of Wight. No, Isle of Man. Isle of Wight. Clyde. Trent. The Pennies. What? Okay, is it this? Okay. Guernsey. The Irish Sea. The Isle of Man. That was pathetic. That was absolute shit. 63, I should have, if I just thought about it and I thought, well, this is the Trent because it passes through Nottingham and the Midlands, and the Severn can't be this because this is elsewhere, and you know. That was crap. Let's do London boroughs because I don't know this and I would just like to learn. Sutton. Oh, fuck this. Okay, never mind. Is there one that's just like interesting places around the world? Physical features. What is it now? Oh yeah, have any of you ever seen like the light of like a line of flashing lights across the sky in the middle of the night? Apparently it's SpaceX's satellites, and I had seen these, like I made a comment on Twitter today because Dara O'Brien also saw them, but I saw them like days and days ago, and I completely forgot to mention them. But when I saw them, it was just like the most bizarre thing ever. And just, you sort of try to work it out. Is it, at first you see a couple, like a first one, and you think, plane, surely. Then you see loads of them, and then afterwards you really... One second. Like, I really... Oh shit, hold on. Can I do this? Yeah, okay. On one hand, I think the SpaceX thing is nice and stuff, but also I feel sorry for like astronomers who have so much light pollution and so much things in the way, so much space junk. It's such an annoyance. And also stuff like the Great Barrier Reef, and there's so many wonders of the world, natural wonders, that are being slowly eroded by us. Anyway, I'm just gonna accept that. This is a quiz that was sent to me by... Do I mention names? Someone. As I was just talking, and we're going to do this, and let's see where we are. And I think that this is the final thing I do, and that'll be it for today. Do I have to actually... How do I listen to it? Or do I... Song title. Okay. Hi kids, do you like violence? Do you like 9-inch nails shoved into one of my eyelids? Is that... My name is... Dear Slim, I wrote you but you still ain't calling. I wrote my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. His palms are sweaty, his knees weak, arms are heavy. Lose yourself. 2 trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside. Is that... We made... No, that's not We Made You. That's the other one that I can't remember. One sec, we'll come back to it. Y'all act like you've never seen a white person before. Okay, give me a second. 2 trailer park girls go around the outside. It's the one about Michael Jackson. It's... is it just... Lose It? Now everyone report to the dance floor. Okay, never mind. That wasn't the one. It's not... Is it Without Me? Without... Yes, it is Without Me. Well, act like you've never seen a white person before. I can't remember it. I can't. Can someone give me a clue while I'm doing the other ones? Because I can't remember that. That's nonsense. Go in and gavel the money and run to one of your aunt's cribs. Are these the opening lyrics? Okay. When I was just a little boy, my mama used to tell me these crazy things. Is it My Mom? No, that's a long... Loved Valium and lots of drugs. Okay, wrong one. When I was just a baby boy, my mama used to tell me these crazy things. He used to tell me my dad was an evil man. He told me he hated me. But when I got a little bit older, I realized he was the crazy one. And nothing unfair because that's the way I was. They told me I can't rap about smack no more. They told me I couldn't rap. Don't you think I'm gonna choke this whore? Pull her vocal cords out of her throat so her throat don't work no more, or something like that. Is that criminal? No, it's kill you. Yes. I'm spelling these raps long as you feel them. Oh, that's till I collapse. I can't spell. Is that till I collapse? Okay. Don't make me wake this baby. Oh, Kim. She don't need to see what I'm about to do. Loved Valium, I did that one. I sit back with this pack of zigzags, and this ecstasy gives me the something, something, something. The way I am. So, what do you say to someone you hate? I don't know what that one is. What do you say to someone you hate? I don't know, what the frick? Okay. Speak of the devil, it's Attack of the Rain Man. That sounds like it's something from Relapse. Speak of the devil, it's Attack of the Rain Man. Attack of the Rain. Something. Speak of the devil, it's Attack of the Rain Man. Something goes vin. I can't. Okay. I went away, I guess, to open up some lanes. Oh, this is. This is the first song of Recovery, I think. When he's just like opening and he's just trying to tell you where he's at, and it's apologies or hello, or I'll come back to that. I never would have dreamed in a million years I'd see so many people it's so hard. If I did, I wouldn't have done it. Something like that. I never would have you about to witness it, not hip-hop in its most purest. Oh, I listened to this song just the other day. Purest, it's the second song from which album? The Eminem Show, I think. No. Oh, frick, I'll get back to that. Have you ever been hated or discriminated against? I have. I've been protested and something against. I can't. I'm supposed to be the soldier that never blows his composure. That's soldier then. Or toy soldier rather. I need to. Is that like toy soldier? Frick. Yeah, it was. No, that one wasn't. Never was a thug, just infatuated with guns. Never was a gangster until I graduated one. Where was I before I got to that? Hold on. I'm supposed to be the soldier that never blows his composure. I'm sure it's like toy soldier. No? I scrutinize every word, memorize every line. No idea. You're walking down a horror corridor. That's from Relapse, I know that. Now everyone report to the dance floor. I did that. Haley, I know you miss your mom, and I know you miss your dad, whisper, I'm just gone. I'm trying to give you the life you never had. This is this Mockingbird or is Haley's song Mockingbird? Yeah, it's Mockingbird. So, title, Let Your Body Waddle. Is it WTP? No. 1 or 2 minutes left. Oh frick, I'm doing so badly. Let's just start naming songs from, sorry, message. Oh, like toy soldiers. Yes, okay, that works. And I've got 1 minute. Name every single Eminem song that you freaking listen to. I sit back. No, I did that. Speak to the devil. It's Attack of the Rain Man. Is it just Rain Man? Because I know he's got a song called Rain Man. No, is it? Do we have Hello? No. We don't have Beautiful. We've got. We don't have Spacebound. We don't have The Way I Am. No, we did. Is it Criminal? No. Do we have? This is so shit. 12. I'm 50%. That's not bad. 18 seconds. Just think of another. We Made You. Just think of one more song. Lose Yourself. Stan. Have I written Stan? Can't think of any. The Real Slim Shady. How did I forget that? Okay. Guilty Conscience. Okay, I wouldn't have thought of Guilty Conscience because I thought that was a Dr. Dre song with Eminem featuring on that. Kill You, got that. That's fine. Forgot about Dre. So what you say to someone you hate, or when someone tries to bring trouble your way, do something. All time's sake. Yeah, I should have got that. Talking to myself. I would have. I knew where it was. Like I can picture it where it was. Like in my car. It is the first song from the Recovery album. White America. I would never dream in a million years I'd see so many people staring at me or something like that. Yeah, that's from the Eminem show. Business, that's the second or third song from the Eminem show. Cleaning out my closet, that's, okay. We have the Eminem show. It's like, if you're not including the skit at the beginning, that's number 1. That's number 2. That's number 3, in order. Mosh. That's, yeah, I've completely forgot Mosh even existed. 3 AM, the line that follows here, somewhere here, it says 3 AM in the morning, blah blah blah. Crack a bottle, so let your body wobble. Okay. Do we have anything, do we have a similar one? You Better Lose Yourself. Heart of Gold. Eminem songs by Lyric. Okay, do this. Lately I've been hard to reach. I've been too long on my own. I want to save you, girl. Come into Shady's world. That's Superman. Okay, that's not Superman. I want to save you, girl. Come here in Shady's world. Shit. and I've got less time. They say music can alter moods and talk to you. That's Stan, and what's going on? And if that's Stan. What's going on? Can you say music can alter them? Yeah, that's Stan. They say music can alter. Oh no, that's sing for the moment. Yes. Watching me while I write this like I don't like this. No. The way I am. No. This is harder because I have to actually. Have you ever been hated or discriminated? I have. I've been protested and demonstrated. The way I am. No? Or is it cleaning out my closet? Okay. I can see it in your eyes. Deep inside you want to cry. You want to cry because daddy's here or something like that. No, daddy's not here. Is it Haley's song? Haley's... I don't know how to spell Haley. Hold on. Let me just type in Eminem. What's her name? How do you spell Haley? Ah, okay, Haley. Control C. Haley's song? Or is it Mockingbird? Man, if I could sing, I'd keep singing. This is Haley's song. This world is mine for the taking, make me king. I can't remember. But Sweden, but baby, we're in Sweden. How do you get to Sweden? This is that song that I haven't heard in quite a while, to be fair. Hold on. Yeah, you'll act like you've never seen a white person before. Is this white America? What's this? Another one? Car logos. Okay, let's do that one. Okay, car logos. This should be easy. Oh, no, hold on. Click a car logo, okay. Quiz. What? Okay, let's click. Oh, click any car logo. I just need to verify which ones are the car logos and which ones aren't. So Apple and McDonald's aren't, but Porsche, Subaru are. This is, but I can't remember. Dodge. No. Oh, this is Dora Breen has. What? Bullshit. Okay, we're going to talk about that. That should be Maserati. Oh no, that's Maserati. Bentley, Audi, Toyota, Nissan, Mazda, whatever, Ferrari, Citroen, VW. This? No. Jaguar. Chevrolet or Cadillac? Mazda. Mitsubishi. I think I'm done. There might be. No, is this one? No, okay, no mind, I failed. Screw that one. I wanted to be a little bit. progressively harder car logos. Holden. Oh, these are really some really obscure ones. Okay, so is that a Holden? That's Holden. Okay. Peugeot. Where is it? Where's Peugeot? Where's Peugeot? That's Citroen. I'm blind, I can't see Peugeot. We'll come back to that. Volvo. Here we are, much easier. I can't. Oh, there, Volvo. Okay. Got me really scared. Bentley. Renault. This one. Lamborghini is here. We'll come back to you. Toyota. Aston Martin. Okay, fine. That's okay. We'll come back to you. Chevrolet. Shit. Vauxhall. Mazda. I'm normally better than this. Leave me alone. Mazda, Ferrari, BMW, Chrysler. Okay. Okay, that was terrible. Saab, Fiat. Where's Fiat? Oh, here we are. Fiat, Alfa, Opel, Subaru, Audi, Honda, Nissan. Mitsubishi. I can't. Oh, this one. Seat, Lexus, Jaguar, Mercury. Oh dear. We'll come back to that. Cadillac. Come back to that. Hyundai, Maserati. Deo. That's clearly a Chinese one, which is one of these. Ram, Infinity. Oh, that's Infinity. God damn it. Suzuki, Citroen, VW, a Buick. This one? No, that's Buick. Okay, Porsche. Where's Peugeot? I don't see a Peugeot. Trying to remember, what is a Peugeot symbol? I'm sure it's like a dragon type thing on its, like, you know. Is it this? That's a Peugeot. Okay. Have they changed their? Is that? No. That? No. 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 Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. What else do I know? What else am I good at? I've got 10 minutes until midnight, so I'm going to stay until then. One more thing. Or am I overstaying my welcome? When you saw M&M, okay. Oh, M&M or 2-pack. That sounds quite interesting. Okay. Use yourself. E. De Mama. 2-pack. Love the way you lie. M&M. River. Come back to that. The Monster, Eminem. California Love, Tupac. The Slim Shady, Eminem. Oh God, only God can judge me. Tupac. Rap God, Eminem. Changes, Eminem. Hit 'em up, Tupac. Till I collapse, Eminem. Stan, Eminem. When I'm gone, Eminem. Keep your head up, Tupac. Cleaning out my closet, Eminem. Hail Mary, Tupac. Ghetto Gospel, Tupac. Mockingbird, Eminem. Not Afraid, Eminem. Like Toy Soldiers, Eminem. Brenda's Got a Baby, Tupac. What am I missing? River, Eminem. Changes, nope, it's Tupac. No, come on. Bullshit. Eminem has a song called Changes. Eminem. Recovery. Where is it? Oh, it's going through Changes. Shit. Okay. That was bad. That's too easy. Eminem songs? Is there one with like sound? "12 in 90 seconds, go." My name is cleaning out. Okay, this might be a bit too easy. Closet. Not afraid. Without me. Till I collapse. Lose yourself. Rap God. Like Toy Soldiers. When I'm gone. The Real Slim Shady. Love the Way You Lie. Sing for the Moment. Okay, that was too easy. Let's one more thing. Categories. Geography is fun. I feel like I've already used that. Science. Can we have like physics or something? Something that really can physics terms out of physics. Okay. Quiz. Up and atom. The Big Bang. Supermassive black hole. I'm your... That could be anything. I'm your sunshine. Quest. Defying gravity. Deep water. I don't know. Watch out, he's got a space blaster. Laser. Or is it laser? He's got a blaster. Sonic. He's got a photon. Buzz Cola. No. Buzz Light. Yeah. Sunday. Sunday Blues? What? In the end, it doesn't even matter. The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron of Solace. Oh, Quantum. Whoa, I'm something. I don't know what that is. Space, the final frontier. Air on a G I don't know. Champagne cork? Or are you quark? In this house, we obey the laws of what? A brief history of everything. Time. Scott Pilgrim versus the what? Oh, this is where it's from. Okay. Quote from The Simpsons. Okay, I should get this. Quote from The Simpsons. In this house, we obey the laws of... Is it thermodynamics? Thermodynamics. Yes. Volume from graphic novel series by Brian Lee. Martian? What scientific terms are there? Volume, gravity, momentum. Okay, no, I don't know. Give up. Density. I'm your density, right? Galaxy Quest. I should have got that. Deepwater Horizon. Watch out, he's got an ion laser. Sunday Mass. Whoa, I'm radioactive. Air on a G-string. Oh, because of string theory. Champagne Supernova. Scott Pilgrim and the Universe versus the Universe. I do. Fuck that. Okay. Is there something nice? Something on trend? Popular. Countries of the world. Go. This is just impossible. Editor's picks. A roommate. What? Pick a quote. Ooh, we could do Avatar. I know I said I was going to stay up until midnight, but I feel like I'm going to go much further. Okay, let's just do this. Play. Oh, these are actual... Oh, shit. Zuko alone. No, I can't do it. That's too much. That's way too much. At what age did Aang become the airbending master? It's like 12. What is the name of the first episode? The boy in the iceberg. Who is the only member of the Team Avatar? Who is the only member of Team Avatar with a known last name? Oh, Toph. Because the last names were for important families. A pet hawk named Hawkeye belonged to whom? Sokka? Is that even how you spell his name? Who was Katara's first known crush? It was not Aang, it was that boy who got killed, but Nickelodeon were wimps and you weren't allowed to tell the audience that someone got killed. It was Jet. Who was the longest lived avatar in history? It's Kyoshi, but I don't know how to frick to spell Kyoshi. Kyoshi. Which human character has an entire episode to himself? Zuko. Who is the only person to have participated in all the... Zuko alone is honestly one of the best episodes. Who is the only person to have participated in all the water duels shown in the series? Master... I don't know, it's like their grandfather or uncle, who died while combating a volcanic eruption. It is Avatar Roku. Which romantic partners have names that mean moon in different languages? It's Yue, but I can't spell Yue. Well, let's try. Is it U and A? No. Yue. Yue. Is it Luna? 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 No? Next three. Which human member of Team Avatar never went on a field trip with Zuko? This is so dumb that I have to keep doing this. Toph. It's not Katara. Is it Suki? Okay. Who has met the original source of every bending art? Probably Aang. Who almost became the first known female Fire Lord? Azula. Which member of Team Avatar did not have their life dramatically changed by the 100 Years' War? Was it the Fire Nation? To some extent, the royal families? The king of the Earth Kingdom? I forgot what his name was. Boomy? There's so many people that could be. Iroh created lightning redirection by studying water bending. Whose favorite pastime is shopping? Soccer. Is that not soccer? Yeah, it was. Why didn't it show it to me earlier? At which air temple did Aang and Appa meet and become best friends? South. Oh, was it west? Wasn't the northern? Oh, it was east. Who are the only known earthbenders to shift loyalty to the Fire Nation? I can't remember their names. I can't be asked. It's midnight. It's time to go home. Oh yeah, the Dai Li. Yes. I guess it's time to say goodnight. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow, where I continue with this crap. In the meantime, have a nice evening. Bye.